Corrective exercises. Fix arm problems caused by your pitching. I'm Aaron Robinette, head coach of Athletic Power and Performance. I help aspiring athletes remove the roadblocks in their way so that they can unleash their athlete within.
Athletic Power and Performance. Don't be a piece. Train holistically.
Pitching is a key position in baseball. Nothing happens in the game of baseball until the pitcher pitches the ball. However, pitching the baseball time after time can pull the pitcher's body out of postural alignment. This poor posture can put a lot of stress on the pitcher's arm. The best way to balance a baseball pitcher's body from the stress of pitching is to perform corrective exercise. This is one of the videos in my series on arm health for the baseball pitcher. In this video, I will discuss the importance of corrective exercise for the baseball pitcher. Next, I'll discuss how to address tight areas in the pitcher's body to determine which areas should be stretched. Finally, I'll discuss the areas that should be strengthened to counteract the stress from pitching. Point number 1, the importance of corrective exercise for the baseball pitcher. First, no matter what sport an athlete plays, playing the sport for an extended period of time will lead to imbalances within the athlete's body. In the baseball pitcher, a common imbalance is for the pitching shoulder to migrate closer to the opposite hip. There are many muscles responsible for this, including the abdominals, the chest, as well as the hip and groin muscles. It's important for these muscles to work together in order to deliver an effective pitch over and over again. The problem is, when this migration happens to go too far, the pitcher's postural positioning will have less ability to support and protect the arm. This positioning creates a pre-rotation within the body, so there is less ability for the body to create force during the throwing motion. This does two things. First, it changes the throwing motion to a less efficient motion. The second is it forces the pitcher to make up for the lost force by overthrowing from the arm. Corrective exercise is the process of rebalancing the body to restore muscle length and tension within the body. This improves the posture, but more importantly, this improves the ability for the pitcher to throw with proper mechanics and use his body to develop the force needed rather than relying on the arm, which would lead to shoulder and elbow problems. Point number 2, to address tight areas, you need to perform a stretch assessment. Perform the following stretches to determine which areas that you're tight. Neck side stretch. Neck rotation stretch. Levator stretch. Pec major stretch. Pec minor stretch. Scratch stretch. IT band stretch. Squat stretch. Waiter's bow stretch. Standing groin stretch. Standing calf stretch with straight knee. Standing calf stretch with bent knee. Lunge stretch. Kneeling groin stretch. 90-90 hip stretch. Prone quad stretch. Lying hamstring stretch. Lying trunk rotation stretch. Rhomboid stretch with Swiss ball. Lat stretch with Swiss ball. Side stretch over Swiss ball. Upper back and abdominal stretch on Swiss ball. When you perform this stretch assessment, you're looking for any tightness or restrictions with any of these stretches. Any area that you discover a restriction in, This is a stretch that you need to perform on a regular basis. Most of these stretches address both sides of the body. In the case where you discover one side is tight and the other is not, stretch only the tight side. If you discover that both sides are tight but one side is tighter than the other side, you want to make sure to stretch the tighter side at least 2 times more than the less tight side. Stretch each tight area at least 20 to 30 seconds for a minimum of 2 times per stretch. The exception is with the neck area. Start any neck stretches for only 5 to 10 seconds and see how your neck responds. If your neck is not overly sore after a stretching session, you can add more time to the stretching, but I would recommend doing this more gradually with your neck. Your neck is a very sensitive area. Point number 3. For each athlete, there should be a specific assessment to determine which areas are weak and therefore addressed by focused strengthening. For this video, I will cover a few of the key areas that often need to be strengthened for the baseball pitcher. First of all, the mid-back and the upper back. This area helps restore neutral postural alignment, as well as help the pitcher slow down the pitching motion later in the pitch. When you have the ability to slow down the pitch later, this increases your ability to throw faster with less risk for pain or injury, especially in the arm. For me, I like to use the barbell bent over row for this area. Training the opposite rotational direction. For a right-handed pitcher, this means strengthening the rotation from left to right. For a left-handed pitcher, you want to strengthen from right to left. I like to train this with 2 different exercises. The first exercise is the oblique twist using tubing. The second exercise is using a wood chop exercise, again with tubing. Use the prone Cobra exercise for another exercise that improves postural alignment. Using the prone Cobra and performing 2-minute sets, this will train your postural muscles to help keep the pitcher upright and have a solid postural alignment to throw from. The purpose of the 2-minute sets is this trains the postural endurance muscles that are needed for the endurance to hold the body in good alignment for an extended duration. The 2 minutes can be broken up a number of ways. You can perform a 2-minute hold for 1 repetition. You can perform 4 repetitions for 30 seconds each, or you can perform 8 reps at 15 seconds each. As long as the work phase of the exercise is 2 minutes, this is working your postural muscles for the endurance you need. In this video, I'm just scratching the surface of how to overcome roadblocks in the athlete's way. For a deeper dive into unleashing the athlete within, get a copy of my book, Athlete Unleashed. Also check out my online program and individual coaching options at athleticpowerandperformance.com. That link is in the description below.